Welcome to SASSCAL Podcast. My name is Sharon Kavo and I'm your host. Today's topic is focusing on the recently held stakeholders engagement meeting that SASSCAL had in Harare, Zimbabwe. So we are here in the studio joined by Mr. Tatenda Musasa. He's one of the PhD students that participated in this engagement. Welcome, Mr. Tatenda Musasa.
Okay, thank you, Madam Sharon. I feel honored to have participate in this particular podcast. My name is Mr. Tatenda Musasa from Midland State University, a second-year PhD student with the University of Western Cape. I am focusing on soil erosion assessment and monitoring in the Shashe, Tugwi, and the Zimbabwe subcatchments, which particularly lie in the Limpopo and Zambezi river basin, respectively.
That is so great. You're doing all of these things. So you were part of the assessment, the user assessment that was the stakeholders engagement that was in Harare. Can you tell us how relevant was this engagement in the area of your study?
Okay, thank you very much. I think the training that we particularly conducted yesterday is something that is fruitful, which I think is equally relevant in as far as some of the issues that I am particularly focusing on are concerned. Take, for example, we have issues that have to do with land use, land cover changes, which are also particularly sort of integrated in this particular Geoportal under the concept to do with resilience. So I think I would be able to integrate some of this information as I will be interplaying issues like the Google Earth Engine cloud computing platforms in terms of also issues to do with validation.
Okay, what were your key takeaways from the session?
The key takeaway from the session is that the We Must Phase 2 Geoportal is something that is sort of customized, whereby it's certain sort of you have some specific parameters and certain indicators which may sort of vary from sensitivity, resilience, among other important aspects, which may sort of also help appreciate in terms of the context of water resources, be it issues also to do with the water quality, issues also to do with quantity, as well as issues to do with the changing land use, land cover changes, since they also have a bearing in as far as the environment may be concerned.
Wow, that is so profound. So, in the area of your specialty in your studies, how do you think this knowledge and the skills that you earned through these training sessions is going to impact the community directly or indirectly?
Yeah, I think the knowledge that we sort of had in terms of capacitation in the training that we had is particularly relevant to the community in the context that it now sort of allows the communities to view and appreciate issues to do with resilience and sensitivity. Take, for example, you can discuss about issues to do with land use, land cover change. People may now sort of be aware to identify what could be some of the key threatened particular areas, such that they can now sort of shift attention and also come up with plausible measures that can sort of also be integrated so as to enhance issues to do with conservation, which will at the end of the day assist in managing the natural resources that we have in a sustainable manner.
That is good. So you had an experience to go in the field. You was it your first time?
Yeah, in terms of going to the field, I think I've gone to the field some couple of times.
Okay, so in terms of doing the ground truthing in the field, how was your experience today when you were in the field using the portal?
Yeah, the experience was just magnificent in the fact that we had to explore how the Geoportal that was sort of developed in terms of this mobile app could be particularly used sort of to collect data, as well as also explore the function to do with maybe integration of data, for example, taking the pictures as well as uploading data such as the coordinates and the polygon of the particular area.
Okay, so thank you so much for taking your time with us to share your experience with this, and we really appreciate the talk. As we conclude the podcast session, what is your cue?
Yeah, my cue is that I'm very grateful to this SASSCAL through the GMES project. I was privileged to be part of this project during the first phase, as it assisted me to fund my research, as well as my upkeep, as well as particularly conducting fieldworks that enabled me to successfully complete a Master of Philosophy in Geography and Environmental Sustainability at Midland State University under the supervision of Dr. now Associate Professor Marambanyika. And currently, I am currently registered with the University of Western Cape under the supervision of Professor Timothy Dube, co-supervised by Professor Marambanyika, whereby now the goal is now to focus on soil erosion and its associated implications in a rural-dominated subcatchment of Zimbabwe, that is the Shashe, Tugwi, and the Zimbabwe, whereby we are saying the GMES project through SASSCAL is sort of assisting us with the relevant resources that are required in terms of maybe collecting data that will contribute towards the achievement of this PhD.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this insight. As for our listeners, thank you so much for listening. And if you have any follow-up questions, please feel free to send your comments on the comment section, your questions on the comment section. Bye for now.
Okay, thank you.